Hey, this is Russ. Yeah, I'm back in the car again, coming out of Costco. Not my normal Costco, the other Costco. Yeah, they're still doing construction on my Costco because they're fixing up the food court, changing it a little bit. So anyway, I got a hot dog and a pizza, and of course a drink. I added the hot dog this time because I was kind of hungry. Yeah. Yeah. Too much grease, man. I don't know what it is with the Costco pizza, but it's kind of addicting. I like their cheese. Yeah, their cheese tastes pretty good. I don't know why it is. It's just different. It's just different. And it seems like whenever you do the cheese, when it's hot, when it's straight out of the oven, it tastes better. I don't know. If you let it sit for a while, not as good. Had to get a hot dog because I haven't had a hot dog in a while. And of course that comes with the drink, so of course I got a Diet Pepsi. Eventually that's going to turn to Diet Coke, as we know. But yeah, sometimes it's just get water, but it hasn't been as much as I had hoped. For some reason I just still get the Diet Pepsi. Anyway, forget about all that stuff. Let's talk about some other stuff. This morning I got up and I was getting 2 bikes ready for sale. They're going to relatives of mine. They're picking up the 2 Magicycle Jaguar Rundies. Really good deal. I'm surprised nobody else picked it up except relatives. Because I put it in at an extremely good price. In fact, the Magicycle prices go up. Well, by the time you see this video, it'll be up today. Yeah. The 15th is when they said prices are going up. And other companies have said the same thing too. So by the time you see this video, prices are up on e-bikes now. I don't know how much because I'm recording this on the 14th. So we'll see. We'll see what they end up doing to prices. But yeah, the price is going to go up. I had those Jaguar Rundies. That's the folding bikes that I used for the bike to drive thing with me and Mrs. Wright, right? So they got those 2 bikes and 2 additional batteries to go along with it. So they've got range. If they bring the batteries with them, they got some decent range with it. The reason we're selling those off is because Mrs. Wright seems to like to ride larger bikes at this point. She's always said that the 20-inch wheel bikes seem too small for her. I ride a lot of 20-inch wheel bikes. I don't know what her issue is. But she likes the bigger bikes. So what has she been riding lately? She's been riding the Rad, what do they call that? The Radster Road Large, actually, because I bought it to fit me, but she fits it too. And so she's been riding that one. She has also the Stellar Falcon that was given to her from U-Free. So she prefers the 27.5-inch thinner tire bikes. These tires are typically like 2.2 inches. The Jaguar Rundi is a 20-inch by 4-inch fat tire bike, but she's used to the larger bikes. She used to have she still does a Schwinn Varsity, step-through Schwinn Varsity sitting in our basement. That's her original bike. She still has it. So anyway, so my relatives are going to pick that up. But here's an interesting thing. They told me after they pick it up, they plan to go to the Hibachi Grill buffet. So he asked me, he says, "You want to come with us?" I go, "Yeah, sure. Okay, I'll go." It was just a week ago. But yeah, by the time you see this video, we'll be going to the Hibachi Grill again. I'm not going to record it. We already know what it is. But somebody mentioned to me that they had forks, metal forks at the grill, Hibachi Grill, by the sushi area. So I looked closely at the video. I don't see forks there. I see chopsticks there. I don't know what else was next to it, but it didn't look like forks to me. It didn't look like a container of forks. But he said that there's forks there. I go, really? I don't know. I didn't see it. So we're going to look. I'll see if they actually have forks or not. No, it's very strange to me that they would have metal other utensils, but not forks. They give you a plastic fork. Kind of weird. Anyway, so we'll be going there. daughter Wright has said that she's missing buffets too. She hasn't been to one in a long time as well. So she saw the review. She goes, "Hey Dad, how about we go to a buffet one day and you can record it?" Yeah, there you go. So we're going to try to figure out a buffet that's convenient for both of us to go to. And then if so, I'll bring the camera along. We'll talk about that too. Of course, she's not going to be on camera. Mrs. Wright, daughter Wright, they never go on camera. Although you do see the back of them. I mean, if you go to the Bike to Drive video that we did, you'll see them both riding the Jaguar Rundies. Yeah, but you only see really the back of them, right? You don't really see them. So anyway, that's the updates as far as that's concerned. Now, whenever I sell an e-bike, I have to get it ready, right? I got to make sure everything's working fine and everything. So I had to pump up the tires with air, clean it off a little bit, charge up all the batteries, make sure they're good. They're getting 2 batteries, right? Each bike is getting 2 batteries. The original battery plus the extra battery. And let's turn here. And so they're getting a really good deal on it because prices are going up. By the time you see this video, prices are up already. Yeah, they said the 15th is when the prices are going up for Magicycle, Hemiway, a couple other companies have said the same thing on the 15th. So I'm curious to see what the prices will be. You'll see it now if you just go to any of the e-bike websites that you typically have seen before. See if they've increased prices on some of the bikes. And we all know why. All right, we don't even need to mention it. So I told my relatives, I says, "You're buying something now that's kind of smart to do because I priced it so low and I based it on the pricing of the original price. I didn't base it on the raised price because of current situations." So, and they're used, of course. So they got a really good deal. Plus I gave them extra batteries and I gave them mirrors. Now here's an interesting thing, okay? The mirrors I usually leave on the left-hand side, but he asked me, "Do you still have the right-hand mirrors?" I go, "I do." He says, "Can I have those?" I go, "Okay," but I don't know where he's going to put them. On the folding bikes, real estate on the handlebar is kind of tight. So he says, "Well, can't you just move the bell?" And I go, "I'm going to give it to him. I didn't put it on. I'm going to let him deal with it if he wants to put it on, but I don't think there's space for it." Yeah, typically for something like that, you might want to go with a bar and mirror. But I have, of course, as you know, ones that go directly on the handlebar, and there's not enough space for that. I mean, he could remove the mirrors if he wants and do 2 bar end mirrors if he wants to do that, but I've always liked the other type, so that's what I use and that's what he's going to get. So he's lucky I'm even giving him mirrors because I typically don't add the mirrors to him because I need them for other bikes. But these are mirrors from Magicycle that he's getting, and usually I get the half-knee mirrors for my bikes now. They're a little bit bigger. And at first I always thought that the half-knee mirrors looked a little funny. They're tear-shaped, but that extra tear shape makes it easier to see more things. That's why I kind of like them. They're not the best in the world because I've noticed that, the way that they attach these mirrors, they glue the plastic together, right? The front and back clamshell part of it, where the mirror would go. And sometimes that glue, I guess, undoes itself and then it kind of gets loose. So what I typically do when I feel that happening is I'll take some black electrical tape and I'll just electrical tape around it. And that's perfectly fine. It doesn't look as good. I mean, I guess you could open it a little bit and just crazy glue it. But, I'm too lazy. Just as easy to put electrical tape around it, and that's what I do. So, and if you ever do decide to get things like the half-knee mirrors, like I have, make sure you get the glass mirrors because they have ones that are just like polished metal. Not as good. They're not as clear. You want the standard glass mirror, and they cost a little bit more, but standard glass mirrors is the one you want. You don't want high polished metal mirrors. It's not as good. Don't do that, okay? So everything's ready for them. So they'll pick that up on Tuesday, which would be the day that you're seeing this video. And then we're going to go to the Hibachi Grill again. So what else is going on? Well, let's see. I've got to do the review of this watch, okay? Got contacted by the company asking me how's the weather there now, because we were waiting for the grass and things like that to grow so that I can show some of the GPS functions of the watch and everything. And when they sent it to me, I don't know how long we've had it, a month and a half, maybe 2 months even. I don't know how. It's been a while. And I've been wearing it, as you know. I've been testing it the entire time, getting data on it. It's probably the longest review process I've had on any product. Yeah, so you want to watch that video when it comes out. It'll be out on the Russ's Right channel. So they asked me how that's going, and I says, the grass is turning green now. As we can see outside the window, you can see it. But the trees, forget it. I says, the trees don't have any leaves. Okay, I see there's one tree up ahead here. You'll probably see it as we pass it in the moment here. Maybe not. I don't think you see that high up. Most trees don't have any leaves on it. So I says, there's not going to be any leaves on the trees. But I said, if we wait any longer, we're going to miss their sale, because they have a promo going on in the month of April. So that's why they want the review out in April. So we agreed that we won't wait for the trees. I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the watch out and ride the bike, okay, as best I can, and explain those functions. And then we'll go back inside and finish the rest of the review. Because, the thing is, the watch will have reflections from, the sun shining on it, the cell phone, because it's got apps and stuff like that, right? You're not going to be able to see that too well with the reflections and everything. So I said, how about we do a 50-50 split? We'll do some of them outside and then some of it inside. They agreed that would probably be the best way to do it. So, yeah, so keep an eye out for the smartwatch review. I don't know if it'll be out this week or next week, but I'll have to send it to them after I'm done with it. Send it to them, then they will review it, they will approve it, then I will upload to YouTube. So it'll either be towards the end of this week or early next week, something like that. So it'll be on the Russ's Right channel. Be sure to watch that one, because like I said, it's probably the most in-depth testing I've done on any product. And it's not even an e-bike, it's a smartwatch. But this one came out pretty good. The smartwatch actually does very well. I wear it a lot now. It probably is the preferred smartwatch for me at this point. So yeah, anyways, watch that. Okay, all right, what else is going on here? Yeah, I think that's about it. Did I do anything over the weekend? I don't know. Anyways, Good Friday is coming up for this week. I am playing acoustic guitar for church on Good Friday. We still haven't gotten the music yet. It's very typical. We don't usually get music chosen until about Tuesday, sometimes even like Tuesday evening, and sometimes things change by Wednesday. But the thing is if we wait that long to get the music, which I think it will probably happen again, because, the worship leader will pick the same times and dates when she does her thing. But the thing is, usually you're playing on Sunday, but this time we're playing on Friday. I'm not playing on Easter. So the people on Friday get a lot less time to practice than typical. Yeah, and the service is at 6 p.m., which means they have to get there probably by about 4:30 for worship team practice. So we usually do a practice just before we actually perform the things for church service. But what happens is they send us the music. Well, they send us recorded versions of the music that we're going to play, and then they'll give you a lead sheet. We'll have basically the words and the chords on top of it. I don't really look at that stuff anyways. I just play by ear. But we'll usually get that stuff on Tuesday, and then we'll practice ourselves. And then on the given Sunday, in this case Friday for me, we'll run through it together as a group once through, and talk about any issues we might have with it, and then less than an hour later we're playing it for church. Yeah. So I know you guys don't know how large our church is, but it's pretty large. They expect for Easter Sunday service, I'll give you an example, they expect 4 services are going to happen. Every hour and a half there'll be a new service going on, but basically the same service, but run 4 times. So we'll probably have over 1,000 people, I think, this time. I really do, because even on any given event like Christmas or something like that, we have over 800 something people attend. We usually have 2 services on any given Sunday, so it'll be. I think it's going to be a little less than 800 between the 2 services that we hold. So we are a fairly large church, but we're actually still a relatively new church. We're not that old of a church. 4 years maybe, something like that. But a lot of us have been together before from another church, and the pastor is also a pastor from our former church. So we opened up another church because of situations of the other church. So people kind of split off and came into this church. So everyone knows what to do. That's the interesting thing about our church is everyone has a role. If they serve at church, whether they're a greeter or whether they're a musician or whatever, we all have our little role that we play at church and help out. And interestingly, in the short time that our church has been in existence, it's grown quite a bit. Yeah. So anyway, I'm not playing except for on Friday because that's one service. When you play on Easter, you commit to 4 services. That's a long time. That's a lot of playing and a lot of standing. I can't do that. So anyway, that's all that's new with me and what's going on this coming week. All right. That's about all I have for you guys for today. Hey, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Oh, one more thing. There's always one more thing. When we were at our Bible study group on last Thursday, we were talking about YouTube, and they said, well, how come you don't tell people that subscribe doesn't mean it costs them money? I go, well, yeah, that's the thing. We decided that the word subscribe was not a good thing for YouTube to use. Because subscribe makes people think that they got to pay something for it. But no, it doesn't mean anything. All you do is you click a button. That's all you do. But what it does is it'll let you know when a new video comes out. It'll recommend, oh, Russ has got a new video, that type of thing. So then you'll know about it. But what it does for the YouTuber, it helps him out because it brings his follower count higher. And what happens is advertisers will feel, okay, this guy's got a lot of people watching him, we'll advertise, right? And it's those advertisements that pay the YouTuber money, essentially. So you don't pay anything, but the advertisers, can't say it, they pay us. And so that doesn't happen, of course, unless somebody clicks a subscribe button. Actually, the interesting part is that more people don't subscribe, but they always watch your videos because we can see it in the analytics, how many people watch you and where they're coming from. And I would say for most YouTubers, maybe 70-something% of the people who watch their videos are not subscribed. Yeah, it's really surprising. But yeah, do me a favor, just click the button. All right, it'll make our Bible study group happier. And then I could tell them, yeah, see, it worked. All right, I'll talk to you guys next time.